All right, good afternoon. We're gonna do a quick little video here. Several folks have asked about how my 2023 Ford Bronco two-door big bin is set up as far as the communication equipment. And some of the folks that know me and understand what I do in emergency services realized how vital this vehicle was in recent deployments in the hurricane affected areas of Western North Carolina and South Carolina. So I'm just going to do a real quick video, nothing crazy, but we'll talk about, how I've set this truck up for this limited space that it has. It's a relatively small truck and very limited on space, so I had to get creative with the options. So starting with, we'll just start with the HF rig, which is a Yaesu 891. And this truck is a big bin model, so this isn't going to work for everybody. Several folks that have the upgraded Sasquatch packages and those different things will have lockers and trail assist and turn assist and all those different things. Well, this one here just has the pretty basic complements on the as far as the functionality in these accessory buttons here. So that left room that fit perfectly with the included 891 bracket is just kind of double-sided taped in there, and it's been like that for well over a year. Hasn't moved. It's really substantial, real sturdy. I mean, it's not going anywhere. Works out very good. And I just remote mounted that real easy with this the accessory areas in the truck is really designed for all these accessory ready spots to run your cabling and that sort of thing. So I'll show you where the body of the radio is here shortly as we work from the dash and then to the under seats is where I've got the main radio equipment. You may notice that this is a phone bracket here, and I mean, it's outstanding. And I mean, it was designed just for this vehicle and been really pleased with it. Down here is the Motorola 03 head, running P25 and the UHF R1 ham radio bands, digital and analog, and it's probably one of my primary units that we communicate on. Moving on from that, we'll show you kind of the antenna setups and then the actual radio setups. And then of course there's portables and everybody understands that. So moving on to the outside, and it's pretty sunny out here. This is the big bin package. The truck's pretty dirty, a little pollen out right now. But this is the antenna. It's a dual band antenna that I'm running. And basically, I just use accessory ready mount. And it could use a little touch up on the paint. It's been like that for well over a year or so. And I did run an additional ground wire. And if you can see that, I ran that ground wire to the chassis because it is not really in the zone it needed to be for the ground plane. But with that ground wire, I'm getting up 1-to-1 SWR radiating pattern coming from the antenna. Seems to give a pretty good takeoff angle, and it's working fine for repeater use in the VHF and UHF bands. And then we'll move around to that's the main HF antenna. And what it is a Yaesu 8-120. So it's motorized, and it will travel up and down depending on whatever band you're on. So that definitely works out good. It'll tune from 40 meters to 10 meters, relatively easy, no problem. It matches a pretty good SWR, and I've talked to just about every state on this mobile, so it works out very good. All right, then moving into the radio equipment, and you may be able to see, so there's where the 891 is mounted. Now I do run WinLink and some other digital modes, and there's the what do you call the DigiRig 891, and it's compatible with this unit, and it does a fantastic job. I've got an extremely long USB cable that'll come out of this console, that I can hook up a laptop to and move it anywhere around the vehicle, or even throw it up on the hood if I need to run WinLink. Down in here is a NESECU little 9900 radio, and we'll talk about it just real quick. And I dropped it down in there, that's fine. So in that is basically I'm running just VHF only, and I'll discuss why in just a moment. It is a dual band radio. It's real small, 25 watt. Does a fairly good job. A little clunky as far as programming. But it has a programming port right on top. Use a laptop, program it a lot easier than off the front panel of that. It is what it is for a little $99 radio. For VHF, you get what you pay for, but it's definitely adequate for all I'm doing on that band. All right, we'll move around. Let's see. And you can see down here by the seat. So it does show a little bit, but that's the best area that I could find to mount the Motorola equipment. And so it fits right in there. The next thing that I'm gonna show is I'm running a diplex or duplex or however you want to call it, but basically that allows the UHF radio and the VHF radio in the console to utilize the same SPV2 Comet antenna. So trying to keep the antennas to a minimum on this truck and maintain a good clean look. It's a nice fun truck, being a two-door, real limited on space, but as you can see, you can definitely get creative and find a way to maximize that space and not give up any capability as far as communications. So hopefully everybody enjoyed the video there, and if you got any questions, just leave them in the comments and we can help you out. Try to get everyone set up the best possible and hope to hear you on the bands. Talk to you later.